It's time to hit that triple B threat. I'm talking about that back, those biceps, and that booty. This is episode 3 of Sweat and Base. Welcome back to Sweat and Base, where we put out weekly, full-length fitness classes, getting some great workouts in while also having some fun doing it. I'm Coach Ryan. I'm going to be taking you through this today, and we're going to get right into this warm-up, starting with our airplanes. But before you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, keeps us motivated, keep these coming towards you. For our warm-up here, we're going to be going 4 minutes on the clock. It is going to be our airplanes at first. We're going to have 5 on each side. So for those airplanes, make sure you have enough room around you. You can have your arms straight out to the side. From there, we're going to be doing a hip hinge from one leg, reaching the other one straight back behind us. Really try to keep a focus on keeping that balance, and then straight up overhead. And switch to that other side. Going back and forth on these 4-5 reps. This is definitely a pretty difficult movement. There's a lot of balance involved. If you're struggling with that balance, think about pushing that big toe into the ground. I find that's a great way to really keep my balance as I'm doing these. Try to think about contracting those glutes as well as keeping those hamstrings nice and tight as we're moving down. Awesome. 4 here, 1 more on each side. 5 and 5. Whew, good, there we go. From there, we're gonna be doing a 90-90 with the reach. We're gonna be going down to the ground. For these 90-90s, you're gonna have your legs in a 90-degree angle. So 90 here, 90 on this side. Then from this position, I'm going to be reaching down on the side in which my knees are pointing. So I'm gonna be reaching down through this arm, getting a good stretch in that lower back, and then coming tall out of it, switching my legs over, keeping my heels on the ground the whole time, and then reaching through on this side. Go ahead, we're gonna do 5 on each side. These are a great hip opening movement. So as you're doing it, that's why we're keeping those feet on the ground. We're trying to keep those hips opening. That's the purpose of this movement, as well as getting some good rotation in that lower back when we go through with that reach. Awesome, we're at 4 here, and 5, and 1 more here, 5. Perfect. Finally, we're gonna have those good moorings. It's gonna be very similar to an RDL, but the difference is we're gonna have our hands on our head. So I'm gonna put my hands up tall like this. Then from there, slight bend in the knees. I'm gonna push my butt back to the wall behind me, going down to the ground until I'm about parallel with my back, and then tall out of it. 2, 3. We're going 10 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there we go, and 10. Good. Now we'll go right back into those airplanes. We got enough time to get through at least those guys. So again, stay on that one leg, kicking that leg back behind you. Try to see if you can really try to push that back leg that's going backwards as straight as you can. The straighter you can get it, the more of a challenge it's gonna be. Oh, there we go. Full spell there. So the more you can do that, the better it's gonna be for you as we're trying to increase that instability in the leg that's on the ground. But that's actually gonna give us some good practice. Again, try and get those legs used to that balancing factor. So 3, 4, and 4, 5, and finally 5. Also a good idea, if you're really strong with the balance, find something around it that you can grab onto in case you start falling. And then we'll go back into those 90-90s. We got a few more seconds here. We can get through those. I love these 90-90s. They're one of the best things. Really opening up that inner groin region, especially if you're tight in that region, like I tend to be. These are just awesome for a warm-up for pretty much any day or any workout that you're doing. I think they're one of the better movements that you can do. Awesome. Let's get right into this explanation here. So for today's workout, similar to episode 2 or last week, we were going to be doing an EMOM, but today we're doing an EMOM pull full body day. So again, a lot of words, We don't have to worry about that. That EMOM stands for every minute on the minute. So when that timer starts, we're gonna go for 1 minute of, or we have 1 minute to complete the reps in the exercise that we have. So for example, on this first one, we'll have an incline bench row. We'll have 10 reps on each side. We'll have 1 minute to complete those 10 reps. And then any remainder time we have is going to be our rest time. We complete it in 15 seconds. We have 45 seconds left for rest. It's great because as we go, it will make this workout kind of progressively harder throughout the workout. It will be harder, which is really a great way to kind of get warmed up into it. And then near the end, we're really pushing it, really getting a good sweat on. So for the first movement, we're gonna be doing incline bench row. So we're gonna need to grab ourselves a dumbbell. For this incline bench row, I will be using this bench here, but just for demonstration purposes and in case you don't have a bench, because it is optional today, all you're gonna need is something that's at an incline. So what I mean by that is something that's right about waist height. For me, this windowsill actually works great for this demonstration. Again, you can use an incline bench, put it at that incline, use a sturdy chair, use a couch, anything that's gonna be roughly around that waist height. If it's a little bit lower, that's fine. A little bit higher, it's fine too. We can make adjustments. But I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna have one hand, basically what leg that is forward, we're gonna get in this split stance. That's gonna be the hand that is holding onto the object. Then from there, I'm gonna have my dumbbell and the leg that is back. I'm going to reach down to the ground and then row up towards my hip. Reach down, row, reach, row for 10 reps today. Then from there, we're gonna go right into our gorilla rows. For gorilla rows, you're going to be in a hinged position. So I'm gonna hinge down, almost like I'm doing an RDL or that good morning we just did in the warm up. From there, I'm gonna allow my one arm to drop down. I'm going to row towards center chest. So I'm gonna row up towards my center chest. I'm then going to switch arms and release going down to the other side. So row, catch, down, row, catch, down, row, catch, down. At speed, it's gonna look a little bit more rhythmic like this. If you're having a hard time keeping this, I've seen some people when they do this kind of not really get that tempo, then just go ahead and get rid of the release part. And you're just gonna really, like I said, keep it slow. Row, row, switch hands, release, row, switch hands, release, row, switch hands, release. You keep it a little bit simpler there. Then finally, for that final movement, we're gonna be doing our rear delt flies. So we're gonna need 2 dumbbells for this one. From there, I'm gonna get down again into that hinged over position. And I'm going to rear delt fly. So my hands are going to be facing down to the ground and I'm going to lift straight out to the side like I was doing those airplanes in the warm up and then down, row out and down. Trying again, focus on keeping those palms down to the ground so we can work those rear delts, which are gonna be right here. That is going to be station 1. Again, for today's workout, we will go through station 1 2 times. So we're gonna go through these 3 exercises. Then we will go through those 3 exercises again. Then we will switch to that next station. So we'll be in station 1 for 2 rounds, then station 2 for 2 rounds, etc. For station 2, we're gonna have our lower body. It's gonna be our dumbbell RDLs. For those dumbbell RDLs, grab some weights. Again, big thing on this one, we're gonna stick our butt back behind us. Similar to those good mornings, but this time the weight is in front of us. I'm gonna allow that weight to ride along my legs, stick my butt back, and then come tall. Butt back, tall. Number 2 on that is gonna be our single leg glute bridge. We're going down on the ground. We'll just need 1 dumbbell for this guy. Once we're on the ground here, I'm gonna bring 1 leg in. 1 leg can just kind of stay floating off the ground in front of us. Then from there, I'm going to lift my hips up to the sky and down. Up to the sky and down. Think about squeezing our butt for this movement. It is going to be our glute bridge. And then finally, we're gonna have that sideline adductor raise. So we're gonna be lying like Barbie on the beach. It's kind of the best way I like to think about it. I'm going to bring my back leg over top. Then from there, I'm gonna think about lifting this bottom leg up towards the sky and down. You'll see here, it's not a very big range of movement. That's totally fine. You will feel it on that groin region or the inside of your leg. And then finally, station 3, we're gonna be doing that dumbbell supinated curl. This is gonna be a great station, mostly arms and a little bit of core, or biceps, I should say. So for a supinating curl, we're gonna stand nice and tall. We're gonna be in a neutral stance, so palms facing inside the body. As I curl up, I'm going to curl and twist my arms up into that supinated curl. And so what I mean by that is as we're curling up, you're going to twist those palms up to the sky and then come back down. Twist them up and down, up and down. Then from there, we're right into a hammer curl. So we're actually gonna stay in that same position, but this time we're not gonna do the twist. We're just gonna keep it like a hammer, almost like I was hammering something. I'm going to keep my thumbs facing up towards the sky. That will be our hammer curl. And then our final one we're gonna be doing is penguins. This will be our core movement for the day, working on those side obliques. We are down on the ground. From there, I'm going to reach, heel tap, heel tap, heel tap, heel tap, trying to keep those shoulder blades off the ground the entire time. We're gonna go in 20 reps on those guys. Sorry, I went a little bit over on my explanation, but I'm hoping that's all making sense there. I'm gonna get that clock reset, get the music started, and we're gonna get right into it. Alrighty, got everything set up here, ready to go. We're gonna start with those incline bench rows. Again, if you need to, use something different than just a bench. Let's get that music started, get that timer going, and we got 1 minute on the clock. Let's go 10 reps on each side for your incline rows. Again, kicking that leg back on the side that we're gonna be rowing on, and rolling up towards the hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Good. And other side. As we're doing this, try to keep that core nice and tight as well. You don't want to be flopping over into it. You want to think about tightening up that core, almost like you're doing a plank, right? It's that static, nice static hold. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. Good. See how much time. Ooh, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna go into those gorilla rows. Again, we're going 8 reps on each side. Get into that nice hinged over position, and then rolling up that center line catch. Center line catch. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, and good. Awesome. So again, for those guys there, they can be a little weird. Just really think about, again, just rowing to that center point, that center chest point, rowing up, catch, down, row, catch, down. I kind of say that in my head, I just go row, catch, down. Really helps with kind of keeping that tempo there. All right, got a few more seconds, then we'll get into those rear delt flies. And 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Rear delt flies here. So again, I'm gonna get in that hinged over position. Then from there, I'm gonna reach straight out to the side and down. Straight out, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going, 9, and finally 10. There we go, perfect. As you're doing these as well, like I said, really try to keep that hinge over position. Think about where we're working that muscle. We're working those rear delts. So as I'm coming up, thinking just squeeze that rear delt. It's kind of a small muscle, so it might be hard at first. Just don't try to shrug into it. I see a lot of people when they're doing this, they shrug like this. Just keep that back nice and neutral, out to the side, down. If you need to, do it weightless. It's honestly a good way to kind of figure out that movement, figure out where you're feeling it first, and then you kind of can go from there. Whew, get these guys out of the way. We're going to round 2 here, starting out again with those incline bench rows. Let's go ahead and get into it. 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. 32 as you're doing your rows. Try to really think about targeting that hip. So I'm going towards my hip. I'm not just rowing up, straight up. I'm rowing towards the hip, hand towards the hip. Like I put my hand in my pocket. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. There we go. Of incline rows. Rowing movements are one of the best movements for getting that back nice and big. There's a lot of different kinds of rows you can do, hence why we're doing these gorilla rows here in a second. So you can really vary up on your rows, but more than anything, any pulling rowing movement to give you that nice big back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8. Let's do 2 more. 9, 10, and 10. Nice, let's go. Woo. There we go. Almost done with our first station here. Gotta roll these weights off to the side. Won't be needing these guys for the rest, or at least those heavier weights for myself. If you don't have as much weights as I do, that's fine, you know? Kind of use what you have. If you need to maybe add a few reps or make a few reps less in some of the movements, that's okay. Do what you need to do for your setup. Everyone's got a different setup, and you know, you gotta just do what works for you. So let's get into those rear delt flies. We've got 10 here. Gonna get in that hinged over position. Arms up to the sky. I'm not shrugging with those shoulder blades. I'm just lifting purely from those arms. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Again, thinking straight out to the side like an airplane. Back to the middle point. Whew. Alrighty. Got 25 seconds here, and then we will have that 1 minute rest in between these stations as well. So grab yourself some water. Make sure you're always drinking water during these. Even if you're not thirsty, water is one of the main things that's gonna help fuel you. It really is. I've made the mistake before of thinking, oh, I don't need water. That's just for like old people or whatever, right? No, it's like you need water. It literally fuels everything in your body. It helps those muscles make those contractions to help you lift these heavy weights. So grab yourself some water. Make sure you drink a lot. I usually drink during this workout. I'll drink this whole entire water bottle. That's kind of a good example of what you might do. Sometimes when I go to a gym, I might even drink 2 to 3 water bottles in my time there. That's totally fine. If you do more, even better. But make sure you drink at least something there. All right, we got 30 seconds here. Then we're gonna go into those dumbbell RDLs for 10 reps. Grab our 2 weights. I'm gonna move this bench off to the side. We won't be needing this guy for the rest of the workout. Alrighty. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. All right, coming tall. Big thing on RDLs is we're thinking push the butt back behind you and then come tall. Let those dumbbells ride along your legs as you're doing this. You don't have to have them scrape, but I kind of like just keeping a little bit of contact with my hands to about that knee position. Once you get about to the knee, you can kind of just let it drop straight down from there. But again, we're keeping all that tension in those legs. All right, 8. There we go, 2 more, 9, and finally 10. Whew, good. And set them down. Perfect. And from there, we'll have those single leg glute bridges. We'll just need 1 of our dumbbells here. For that single leg glute bridge, like I said, kind of just letting that other leg kind of just hover off the ground, trying to keep that foot fairly close, basically to your butt on the side that is our working side. For that weight, just go ahead and put it straight into your lap. That's super uncomfortable, and you have access to like kettlebells. Those work great as well. But having a little bit of resistance there will help. If you need to do them weightless as well, I'm okay with that, especially if you're first just starting out here. 4, 5, squeeze that butt. 6, 7, and 8. Good. And other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze that butt. And 8. Good. Woo! If you're anything like me right now, starting to get a little sweaty? That's perfect. That's what we're looking for. Whew. All right. Sideline adductor raise. You can stay down here. I love these. Like I said, you guys set up like you're just lounging on the beach, like, oh, whatever, you know, just sitting here working out kind of thing. So do that. Make it nice and easy for yourself. I do like to prop myself up a little bit on my elbow. I think it's just a little bit more comfortable than laying straight down. But again, from there, I'm gonna think about raising my foot up to the sky and down, feeling it right in that groin. I'm not bouncing my leg, just I lift up, down, lift up, down. Try to keep that foot parallel with the ground. And 8. Good. And switching sides here. Show you from the back side what this is gonna look like. Nothing really too different here. Just again, put the legs straight up, down, down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. Good. Perfect. Whew, yeah. Feel it right in that groin. Really, these are where your adductors run on the inside of your leg. So you're gonna feel it right in that groin region, especially I think on these adductor raises, you feel it really close to that, you know, mid-waist groin region. All right, we are gonna go into our round number 2 here for station 2. We're going into those dumbbell RELs. Let's get it. You got 10 here. 1, 2, 3. Push those toes into the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, good. On your RDLs, it might seem counterproductive. You might be worried about your lower back, which is understandable, but you do need to make sure that you're tipping forward a little bit with it and think about pushing the butt back to the wall. So as I push back the wall, I kind of sandwich my body right at the waist and then come tall out of it. Sandwich that body, come tall. And we'll be bending those knees just slightly the entire movement. You don't want to be stiff-legged the entire time. Cool, we got about 5 seconds here. Get into those single leg glute bridges. All right, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, keep it going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! All right, other side, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling it. I love it. Keep that rhythm up. Keep that pace going. We're about halfway-ish. Actually, a little over halfway now I think about it. So we're doing great. And then after this, we're gonna get into our biceps, which is awesome. So, but we gotta do one more sideline adductor raise. Lay on our side here. Give about 10 seconds. Keep it comfortable. Keep it moving. Like I said, keep grabbing some water if you need it. All right, let's go 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. As you see here, I'm keeping that foot flat to the ground. I don't want to be twisting my toe up. Once I do that, I start going more into those hip flexor quads. I want to keep, basically, I like to think actually raise with the heel because I can't really overdo it. I can only underdo it. So really think about keeping that heel or raising with that heel first. And another side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did a few more on the other side. Let's do some few more. 9, 10, 11. Woo, there we go. And that is done with station 2. Great job. Woo, we're going, and we are going. Grab some water. We have another 1 minute rest in between this station now before we get into that final station, which is our bicep station, which is gonna be amazing. At least for my gentlemen out there, I know that working arms is usually favorable, generally speaking. So I love working lower body too a lot. But I know for a lot of guys, get your upper body jacked is kind of the main goal. For us ladies, for the ladies, I should say, is, you know, we did work those glutes. We worked a little bit of those hammies. working those glute movements or those hammy movements really are going to be huge factors for creating that big booty that we are all looking for. Awesome. Grab ourselves some some dumbbells here for these bicep curls. Alrighty, let's get right into it. And timer, let's go. And supinated. So remember, we're gonna be neutral grip. Curl up, down. Curl up and down. Neutral grip, curl. Neutral grip, curl. Awesome. There we go. Loving it. Keep it going. 8, 9, and 10. Good. I'm realizing that I was not prepared. I did not really get a heavy enough weight for these bicep curls. So we're gonna make these 10s work for now. Usually I go a little bit heavier. So if you're using those lightweight as I was, it's feeling too hard or too easy, I should say, go ahead and grab something heavier. But again, there's nothing to be ashamed of whatever weight you use. At the end of the day, I have been doing this for 10 plus years, and I've always active my entire life. So I should be able to do more weight if you're just beginning. So don't worry about the weight, worry about where you're at and trying to improve every week. Now from there, we're gonna go into those hammer curls. So again, starting at neutral position, but instead of twisting those wrists, we're gonna keep them neutral. So twisting up, down, up, and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Or 8, as I have on the board. Whatever works for you. Alrighty, and we'll get down into those penguins. Again, good listen for myself more than anything. I'm realizing that, hey, I got all my weights up for all the other exercises, and then I forgot for the last one. Why? I don't know, but it tends to be that way. It's good just reminder in life. Always be prepared. The more prepared you are, the better the outcome's gonna be. It's gonna be a good mental note reminder for myself. I'm not taking it as a negative. I'll just know for the future videos to really double check that list before I get started. But for right now, we can still get it by doing these penguins. So down on the ground, you can keep those shoulder blades just off the ground. Go and tap that heel, tap that heel. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4 kind of at pace. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Let's do a couple more. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Whew, good. If you can only do 10 each side, that's fine. I think penguins can be a little bit easy or hard, just depending on the person more than anything. We're working those obliques. So those obliques are gonna run on the side of the body. They kind of look like almost like little like fistulas right here on the side of your abs. If you don't see them, that's fine. You have to be fairly lean in order to get to that point where you're gonna start seeing them. But they're also really good for that rotation or rotations. Any rotation that we do, you know, if you're picking up, let's say, some heavy groceries, you're gonna be using those obliques to stand up from that position. So they're great to train. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna grab these heavy dumbbells. Let's see if I can do these for those 10 reps on each side. Let's go. Supinating curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Woo! Yeah, that's tough. I'm gonna take a little bit of these weights off. I got some time here. Whew. That was a little heavy even for me. I love doing some heavy curls, but I don't want to be cheating them. I want to show you guys good form on these. For especially any sort of bicep movements, form is your most important friend. So a lot of times you'll see people trying to yank up a heavy weight, really not getting anything out of it. If anything, you're just using your lower back to get to that point. So make sure whenever you're doing any curl movements, try to keep them strict as possible. Nice tall chest, curl straight up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! Let's go. 2 more. 7. And 1 more. 8. Let's do 2 more. Come on. 9. Woo! 10. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, that was a little more appropriate weight for myself, I should say. Oh, I love bicep curls. But like I said, actually it's kind of it's a strong point for my body. I have some decent biceps for my genetics. People always ask me how I get them. And honestly, it's just strict curl. I would rather go lighter weight, even though those 10s were maybe a little light for me. I could still get a good workout in with those 10s. Maybe just do a few more reps. But really, at the end of the day, you gotta be using light enough weight where you're not cheating that movement. Hey, our final one for the day, we're doing those penguins. Let's go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Let's go. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Woo! Oh, we got 30 seconds. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to push it. Let's go to the end of the clock. Let's go. No counting. We're just moving. We're waddling like a penguin. I love the names of these. It looks like a penguin. Exactly what it's like. Let's go. Come on. We're almost there. Come on. 10 more. Almost. And 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's go. That is episode 3 in the books of Sweat and Base. Thanks for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. Go ahead, if you like this workout today, if you got something out of it and are excited for future workouts here, like I said, we're posting these weekly. And by we, I mean me. It's me. We're gonna be posting these weekly for your entertainment and also for you to actually do them. I want to see people doing these workouts. Let me know if you are. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know so I can answer them in any future videos here. So go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna take a few minutes. You take a few minutes yourself, get some water, and then we'll go into our cool down, kind of let that body rest and bring that heart rate back down. Great job today. Let's go. And we're getting into our cool down now. This is gonna be a lovely cool down. We're gonna start out with one of my favorite cool down exercises of all time, which is going to be belly breathing. And we're gonna do exactly as it says. Back when I used to work in a gym, this was literally everybody's favorite thing to do because it was like, hey, we get to literally just lay here and just breathe. And it's exactly what you think. So we're gonna be laying flat on the ground. There are a couple things though. You're gonna bring those feet in towards your butt. Arms just gonna lay flat on the ground. And we're gonna make sure that we're pushing that lower back into the ground. So if you're arching your lower back like this, and you have that gap right here, you wanna make sure you're pushing that lower back into the ground. Then from there, I'm gonna think about filling up my belly. So literally trying to push my belly to the sky and then down deep into the ground. Here you go. Inhale. Exhale. Think about 5 seconds in now. One more. Awesome. And you might be thinking, why in the world did we just do that? It actually helps bring your central nervous system back down to a, you could say more of a baseline level. When we do, especially heavy back movements, we didn't deadlift much today, but we did do some RDLs that were heavy. That is going to put some stress and strain on that central nervous system because we have a lot firing. Basically, a deadlift movement or an RDL movement, it's working most of your body. I won't say all of your muscles, but I would say most of your muscles because we have our lower body engaged, we have our glutes engaged, we have our lower back working, we have our upper back working, we got our arms working a little bit. It's really activating and firing up everything. So there's a lot of strain on that central nervous system. So similar with like yoga, we're kind of breathing deeply, letting that body and that nervous system just calm down, right? Because it's heightened. We're trying to calm it back down. So for the rest of the day, we're not in this like kind of agitated state. From there, we're gonna go into our child's pose. So for child's pose, I like just kind of start in this kneeling position. Then from there, I'm going to sink my hips back towards my feet, my butt towards my feet. Then from there, I'm going to let my arms reach out in front of me and try to put your head through your shoulders. Good. And we're just going to hold this here for about 30 seconds. Again, breathing nice and deep. Good. And coming up out of it. And then finally from there, we're going to have our kneeling wrist / bicep stretch. This is a really good one since we did just work those biceps. And it's going to help with any sort of like wrist pain as well. This is going to help kind of stretch those wrists out. So what you're going to do, stay on those knees here. I'm going to twist my palms down to the ground, but I'm going to have my fingers towards my body. So my fingers are going to stay towards my body. They get down into this position. Then from there, this is going to look a little awkward at first, but bear with me. From here, I'm then going to lean backwards, so back towards my heels, similar to that child's pose, until I feel a little stretch in those wrists and that biceps. And by those biceps, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push my elbows forward. So if I actually push those elbows forward, you're gonna feel a little bit more in those biceps. Again, you're not looking for pain here, just a little bit of discomfort in this position. Good, and we're gonna sit here for about 30 seconds. One thing I like to do too is kind of push my fingers into the ground, get some good activation in those wrists. Really, your forearms are a lot of finger strength, right? That's kind of where your forearms are, is that finger / grip strength. So trying to push those fingers in the ground helps increase it, but also gets a little bit more of that flexibility in there as well. Awesome. That's it for our cool down for the day. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you got this far, go ahead and comment. Let's see. We'll just comment child's pose. That's a little weird, isn't it? We'll comment belly breathing. That's a much better one. I enjoy the belly breathing a lot more. Go ahead and comment belly breathing in the comments below so I know that you actually watched the video all the way through, and I'll make sure I heart it and thumbs it up. But otherwise, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on episode number 4 for Sweat and Base.